At 4 years old, Logan Schmidt says he experienced one of the most traumatic moments in his life while spending the day at the pool with his family.
And my parents thought, we're just playing around, thought I was playing like pretend dead, call it. But they're like, come on, get up. And they noticed my eyes roll in the back of my head and my arms starting to twitch.
He was taken to the hospital and diagnosed with long QT syndrome, an uncommon but not rare heart signaling disorder that can cause fast, chaotic heartbeats.
So what could trigger this is like being scared, like going to a haunted house or something and you're going through and somebody startles you, that little increase of heart rate could actually trigger the condition, or like jumping in a lake and that cold water hitting you.
Schmidt's doctor at Akron Children's Hospital says he typically diagnoses about 12 new cases of long QT syndrome a year. The doctor adds that passing out in water is not normal and you should seek medical attention if this happens.
When I go to a pool, I have like flashbacks, so I don't really, I get into pools still, but I very, very slowly ease myself to get my body temperature and stuff, or my reaction used to the water. So
long QT syndrome can be inherited, so Schmidt has to do several tests to make sure his 6-month-old son Kason doesn't have it.
Kind of scary starting out, because we do also have a 50-50 chance of passing this condition on to them.
Now this new dad is advocating for all public spaces like schools, workplaces, and sports facilities to have AEDs on hand.
It's very important for people to at least know, maybe get a little bit of a background check and genetic testing for it.
And our Kristen Antoini is joining us now.
Kristen, what a scary situation for that man. Is there anything that schools or maybe even businesses can do to help?
Yeah, so I spoke with Dr. Stephen Manu, a pediatric cardiologist at Akron Children's Heart Center. He says he can't stress the importance of AEDs enough.
The importance of AEDs cannot be overemphasized because these devices are known to be life-saving. They're very, very effective at terminating these life-threatening arrhythmias, so that if someone passes out and we're able to use AEDs in a timely fashion, oftentimes we're able to rescue them from these potentially deadly situations.
So the man from your story found out he had this condition at a pretty young age. Is it common to be diagnosed that young?
Yeah, so the doctor says people can actually go their whole lives without knowing they have long QT syndrome because oftentimes there's no symptoms.
The first time sometimes you find out is after the person passes out while swimming or while doing football or something of this nature. So oftentimes it is very, very possible to have this without knowing at all. Because again, usually when you find out, it's because you've passed out, or that there's some tragic or some unfortunate information, something may have happened.
And so since long QT is genetic, is the condition linked to anything else, Kristen?
Yeah, the doctor tells me it is linked to a subset of sudden infant death syndromes, and he says this shows the importance of family members getting tested.
They should trigger a question in our minds that perhaps maybe there should be other family members that should be screened for this, such as, remember that uncle that passed away while they were swimming, or remember that auntie that passed away while they were doing football or tennis, or or something of this nature. When a child dies of SIDS, these questions need to be probed further, perhaps because the siblings also need to be tested for something of this nature, or the parents need to be tested for something of this nature.
Now, if we or anyone watching at home are concerned about this condition, what should we do?
Well, the doctor says it's pretty simple. If you have any concerns with your heart, speak to your own doctor.
All right, our Kristen Antoini reporting for us this morning. Thank you so much.